Thank goodness for the weather finally calming down because, Jesus, it was so bad. It was awful. It was genuinely awful. And I know there'll be obviously people in other countries that are used to plus 30-degree temperature weather, but we are not. And neither is our country because it's not designed for hot weather. But we'll get into that in a second, so you know what we have to do. Hello, and welcome back to the Lion's Den. I'm your host, Matt, as always, and yeah, the weather was absolutely ridiculous on Monday and Tuesday. It was forecast, they were right, it was murderously hot, like seriously, it was so bad. I think we smashed UK records literally everywhere, even in Scotland, the place that's known for being cold, broke temperature records, which is wild. For me, in the area that I live in, Monday was a peak of 37 degrees and Tuesday was a peak of 39 degrees, possibly even 40. It was not fun at all. I mean, I think the wild thing is I survived, one, by going to work, weirdly. Like, my workplace said to us, yo, it's going to be ridiculously hot Monday and Tuesday. You can work from home if you want. There were a few of us that went into the office, myself included, mainly because I was sat there thinking, I'm either going to have to suffer at home in the heat or I have to suffer at the office in the heat. And if I do both the office days and the heat days in the same go, I can then spend the rest of the week relaxing, which is what I'm doing now. I'm back at home and it's cold and I'm on my own doing work from home and it's great. I love it. So yeah, the plan worked out in that regard, which is wonderful. But yeah, I got away with it because we figured out, the like four of us that were in the office, that there's a small meeting room at the back of the office space that we have that's air conditioned. So on the Monday we cranked the air conditioning and went and sat in there for lunch, and then I planned for Tuesday to take in a couple extra items, and I literally sat in the air conditioned room for most of the day doing work, which was absolutely lovely and was a great way to survive the deadly heat. It was so bad that like you'd walk outside of the building, which was really hot and stuffy, into even more heat and dense air. It was not fun. And oh god, the way our car park as well is laid out, there's no way you can park your car that's going to be under shade all day, or at least under shade for a significant period of time. So getting in my car was disgusting, and everything was hot because, you know, most trim inside cars is black. So touching everything was really hot. Touching the gear stick was really hot. Trying to steer was hot. Painful. Thank God I have air conditioning. Thank God I bought a car that has air conditioning in it. But the most disgusting thing was the fact that my bed, you know that one thing where there's all those memes about when you get in bed and it's frigid and freezing cold. My bed was hot. What the hell? The duvet on top and then the actual mattress itself were physically warm, so you couldn't even lie down to relax because it was then uncomfortable. Just not fun. Don't know how I survived that night, but I did, and we're here now. It's been much cooler the rest of the days. It's even rained a bit, so survived. The funny thing was I normally go to the gym on a Tuesday, right? Obviously Tuesday being the extreme death day that it was. I overheard the staff members on Wednesday when I went to the gym instead that the air conditioning unit broke or just couldn't cope on the Tuesday, and I was like, thank God I didn't go on Tuesday, because literally not even the air conditioning there would have saved me because it wasn't present. But yeah, that's the weather. We are Brits. We complain about everything. We'll be complaining in a couple months when it's cold, wishing it was hot, despite the fact that we were just complaining about it being stupidly hot. Anyway, I thought I would just talk about a couple random things that have happened this week because I don't have a topic. Because you know me, I'm never prepared for this. Ever. So the first thing that I've got on my list of random thoughts is bed braces, which are literally what they say on the tin. So the old style braces that men used to wear. I wonder if women wore them in the past. I don't know. It's not depicted really very well if they did. But those kind of braces that men would wear that would hold their trousers up before the invention of belts, I assume, you can buy those, but for your bed. And you might be thinking, what would you be attaching them to on your bed, and why would you want them on your bed? Well, here's the thing. You attach them to the base sheet that you put on your mattress. Why do you do that? Because it means your mattress base sheet is taut, smooth, and does not move. It's wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. I love having a really smooth base sheet to sleep on. It feels really nice, and then when you wake up in the morning, it's not all crumpled and weirdly dimpled and whatnot. It's still smooth, so you don't have to worry about messing with that and resetting it. It's lovely. The main reason I bought it was because of university. I'm having weird deja vu that I might have talked about this, but I bought it for university because the bed I had in my rented house was not quite a full-size single bed. It was slightly shorter. Very bizarre. So literally single bed sheets or single base sheets wouldn't fit on it properly. So I had to buy them for the fact that it kept popping off the bed. So, there's a reason. But also then the wonderful perks of it being kind of like you get in a hotel when they come and do the bed sheets whilst you're out during the day, and it's like really nice and neat and ooh, gorgeous. Love it. The next thing I've got literally happened yesterday whilst I was at the gym. I did all of my normal exercises and I got around relatively quickly, so I thought, I'll go sit on a treadmill. Well, not sit on a treadmill, but I'll go walk on a treadmill for a bit. So I did that, I started going, and like for the first 3 minutes or so, I was just so bored. Even though I had music on that was really high energy, I was like, I'm just bored, I'm walking here. I was flicking around on the machines to kind of see all of the things. I'm like, oh, it has YouTube and Hulu, Spotify, you can connect your headphones and whatnot. And then I realized, oh, it has solitaire on it. Okay, sure. So I was like, okay, I'll just put solitaire on. Maybe it'll be a fun distraction and a good point to stop whenever I lose the game of solitaire. I put it on. And I got completely lost in it. Completely lost. I don't even know how. I started the game and I was thinking, oh yeah, in like a couple of minutes I'll fail and then I'll just leave. That'll be fine. No. I was there for like a solid 8 minutes playing this game of solitaire whilst on a treadmill, going like 4 miles an hour, might I add. So not exactly a slow walk, like a brisk walk. Yeah, I just got... the fact is, my walking had become so automatic that I was almost walking faster than the treadmill whilst I was focusing on the game because I realised I was getting closer and closer to the front. It was quite funny, quite amusing. But yeah, that was just very smart of the people who designed the software on the treadmill, because it really does take your brain off the fact that you're on a treadmill and you're doing exercise, because you're just there playing a game of solitaire. It was weirdly fun. And I got like really far, but then for some reason, despite the fact that I got really far, the game said I had 0 score. So I was like, well, screw you, I'm gonna go now. So I just, after I figured out I didn't actually have any more legal moves that I could do, I just said, yeah, I'm just gonna go now, and just left. The weird thing about treadmills for me is whenever I get off them, I have that really weird motion feeling. Like the best way I can describe it is if you're ever in a room that's got screens that are all around you and then they start moving, that weird sort of disassociation between the motion your body is feeling and like the world around you, what the visual signs are telling you about motion. I always get that when I get off a treadmill. I don't quite know why, because walking on the treadmill feels fine. It's the minute I get off that it feels weird. Not bad, just weird. And yeah, I don't know if anybody else gets that. Maybe people do, but it just kind of feels that the world moves really smoothly compared to my normal walking. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but yeah, that's a thing. I do enjoy the gym though. And I notice now when I have a week off, I am in a worse mood. Not terrible, but I'm just in a worse mood because I'm not getting that reward sensation from exercise, which is 100% a thing. Doing exercise, whilst it sucks in the moment, makes you feel great. Even though you don't notice it, you'll notice it when you don't do it, if that makes sense. But like, life is better when you do exercise. Just as a little notice for you. So the last thing to kind of fill out our time today is I was stoked the other week because rhythm games, I absolutely love rhythm games. I think I've talked about this before, but the fun thing about rhythm games is you can either go to beat yourself, so you're just constantly improving your score, or like maybe you want to go for a full combo, or maybe you want to do, I don't know, like weird controller setups but still be really proficient at the game. That's always fun, although I've never tried that, but I've seen it. But obviously there are online leaderboards as well, so where you can compete against everyone in the world. Now, I've been playing a game called Avicii Invector, which uses all of the music from Avicii, or every track on it is from Avicii. And one thing is, it's allowed me to discover a lot of Avicii music that is fire, absolutely amazing songs, but also it's just a really fun game. I love the visual style, I love the controls, everything just feels really good and it works well. And my only complaints about it are the same complaints I have with other rhythm games, is that sometimes the charts for the tracks are a bit off, but what are you going to do? But the other day, or the other week, I was determined to get on a leaderboard because the scores that I were getting from just kind of semi-intense but semi-casual play were getting quite close to the bottom of the leaderboard, and I was like, If I like sat down for maybe half an hour to an hour and genuinely tried, I think I could get on a leaderboard. So I put in that time. I sat down, I worked on my timing till I was getting almost like perfect timing on most of it. I was figuring out boost strategies to get the most points at certain stages of the thing, and then it just came down to repeat until you get that run that just combines everything. Your perfect timing with your notes, your perfect boost timing, your like zen state. That's the thing I love about rhythm games is I can hit that zen state so easily. I imagine to an outside observer, I'd look absolutely miserable. But in my head, in my body, I'm loving it. I'm just in the zone. I'm gone. The music's flowing through me. My hands and my feet, or whatever, like I'm tapping my feet to the beat. My hands are doing wild, weird, mechanical things. I don't know. It's crazy. But yeah, after doing that a good while, I nailed it. I smashed straight into slot number 9, baby, on the leaderboard. And yeah, that might not sound particularly impressive to be ninth, but you have to remember that's ninth in the world. Of all the people that are playing this game, I am now ninth on that track. And I checked the other day, I was still on there. I was still number 9. And I think the even exciting thing for me is that I know I can even go higher. Obviously, I can go higher. Other people have achieved higher scores. But I know personally myself, the run I did to get to ninth was not even my best. Like, I can go further. That's the exciting part. So if I ever want to sit down and try that again, I can maybe climb the ranks a bit more. But yeah, that was really cool and really exciting. And I'm very proud of myself for doing that because it's just a nice little reward and a bit of a payoff. And the fun thing is that I don't hate the songs. I still like the song. So I haven't beaten the song out of me yet. So anyway, I'm smiling from ear to ear. It's also just reminded me there's the craze that is Wordle, right? And then the spin-offs like Hurdle, the music one. I got today's Hurdle in the first second. So I'm grinning ear to ear because I'm on cloud 9 right now and I'm waiting for something to just punch me in the gut and knock me back down to earth. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed listening to me ramble on and on about my achievements. Do the thing, the like, the comment, the subscribe, all that stuff. Tell other people about the crazy British guy that's screaming into a microphone. And I'll see you all next week. Bye!